name is David J. Neff. I'm an author, speaker, consultant in the nonprofit industry. I'm your host for today. We're going to keep this really brief. The title of our session is The Future of Nonprofits. One is really about the next generation, right? We look at generationally the baby boomers, the GI generation, the silent generation, and the X generation, the Y generation, and now what a lot of folks are calling the Z generation. We have this entire group of folks who are coming up that are entirely reliant on cramming information into as small as possible a form as far as mobile devices and timing, right? Spending 5 minutes on this, 6 minutes on this, 5 minutes on that. And we're actually seeing that as a trend in a lot of countries in Asia Pacific as well, of the need to cram as much things as possible into your daily routine. Long gone are the days of a 19-page end-of-the-year PDF sent out about what your activities were for your nonprofit, right? Your annual report is not going to be relevant to that Generation Z that's coming up. A volunteer opportunity where you ask them for 9 hours of their time might not be relevant either, right? So how do we change? How do we start to have smaller content, form factors, everything you can possibly think about your nonprofit to start to appeal not to just millennials, but start thinking about the generation after the millennials? I really think the generation coming up after X, after the millennials, a lot of people are calling them Generation Z, are important in nonprofits because that's who's going to volunteer, that's who's going to donate. Once they hit their 20s and 30s or maybe even 40s, they're going to be on your board of directors and be board members. And so the way you reach out to them now is just by making sure you have small, bite-sized content. They're on Snapchat, they're on WeChat, they're on Weibo, they're on all of these small messaging services. And so you have to tailor content for those micro platforms that they're used to.
But two trends in crowdfunding that we see, one is that it's less about fundraising and more about marketing. Meaning that the director developments today are actually becoming obsolete because the skill sets needed to do crowdfunding is very much reliant on digital marketing. So people who can really tell a great story, who can use the online tools, new mediums, and then really distill that into something that can go into the hearts and minds of individual donors. The second thing that you want to do is actually create a list of what we call champions. So people that will readily help you tweet out your messages, share it on email, post it on Facebook, as well as people who will help you fundraise. So in order for you to get the right funding, actually spend some time building that community up first before you do any type of fundraising ask.